Mother's Day. I hope that you guys had an awesome Mother's Day. I can't wait for you all to see part 2. I really appreciate all of the positive feedback that I got back. I'm not gonna lie, it is not always the easiest thing just putting yourself out there. Granted, I didn't go into much detail on any of the things, but it is a little nerve-wracking sometimes, and so I just appreciate all the nice comments that you guys had. So I just really appreciate all of the positive feedback. I truly am just sharing this with you guys, sharing my heart with you, because I believe that all of us are meant to be on this earth and this planet for a reason. And it's not just for our own gain, it's for the gain of others. And if we can work together as a community and we can come together and support each other and uplift each other, then that is the best thing I think that we could do. So stay tuned. This episode, or this part 2, is more just hearing my heart and hearing what I feel the Lord has called me to do right now in this season of life. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope that you guys had an awesome Mother's Day. I'm just so excited to see where this goes. I'm so excited for you, and I hope that you guys have an awesome day. One of the things lately that I've really been into is helping women and girls just feel and live empowered. And by that, I mean, I truly believe that we all have a purpose, and we all have a meaning, and we all have that special calling in our lives. And so many of us do not live up to those expectations, or so many of us don't walk in that calling and in that purpose that God has created for us. And whether you believe in God or not, you know, I truly believe that every single person has a purpose and a calling. And a lot of times we're too consumed right now in this day and age of what people will think about us, or how we will be perceived. And I've just come to realization in my 31 years of life, it's taken me this long, but that you walk in so much freedom when you're not worried about what people think about you. And I'm not saying that I really don't care what people think about me, because of course, like, I struggle with that all the time. But I've gotten to the point where I'm able to post things, and before it was like I was held in this bondage, and I was too scared to really come across as joyful and cheery and posting things that may be able to help other people out, because I was too worried about what people would think or say about me. And now it's like, now I think, oh my gosh, that mindset is so twisted, because just because I'm worried about what people are going to think about me, I'm not going to like put some kind of positive quote up, you know? Why would people take that offensively? So I don't know. Yeah, that's one of my main things right now. I have truly grown into this passion that I really want to empower women and just give them strength and show them the strength that they have, and bring out those beautiful attributes that they do have inside of them, so that they're able to walk in the women that God has created for them to walk in, and be the moms and the daughters and the sisters and the people of this society that God has created you to be. Because I really truly believe that your light is meant to shine wherever you go, and you are supposed to have joy and all of that. God says we're supposed to live a life of abundance. And if we're not living in freedom, and if we're not living in joy, then where is the abundance in our life? You know, where is the abundance of joy? Where is the abundance of freedom? If we're not walking free, we're being held by bondage. And that's not what we were meant to do, you know. Rachel Hollis says it in her book, and I love her so much. But she talks about, even as a young age, you know, we're so worried about what other people at the playground are going to think about us, that we'll kind of like dim our light, because we don't want to outshine anybody, or we don't want to shine too brightly. But why? Why? You know, like, that's what people are attracted to. People are attracted to your light. Whether you believe that it's good or bad, it doesn't matter, because God created you to have that light for a reason. And He created you to touch the very lives of people for a reason. He created you to walk the path that you're walking right this very moment for a reason. Because there is a purpose and there is a plan for your life, and I truly believe that with all my heart. And that is my why for this channel. That's my why. because I want to see people walking in the abundance that God has for them. And I've said it before, even if you don't believe in God, I want you to live in the abundance that life has for you, because I don't believe that we're all supposed to walk around this planet Earth like, you know, ordinary people. That's not what we were created to be. That's why we were all created differently, because we all have a different light to shine, and we all have different stories, and we all have different backgrounds. And I'm going to go back to Rachel Hollis, but I love how she says she surrounds herself with different type of people. She doesn't surround herself with people that believe in the same things she does, and she's left in this little box, you know. She grew up as a pastor's daughter, and she said she realized that at one point she was like in this little Christian box where all she hung out with was Christian people. But how are you growing? How are you learning if you're in the same box all the time? And she hangs out with people from different cultures, diverse cultures, from diverse ways of thinking. She has best friends that are from different countries. She has best friends that are CEOs of these amazing companies and so much more successful than she is, so that she can be around people that will push her, or she can be around people that will say, no, you know what, this is what I believe and this is why. And it helps her to stay grounded and balanced, and I can see so much truth in that. And that's what my desire is. My desire for this channel is not to just have the same people in one little box, you know, like a little prototype of people watching. No, I want people from all over to watch and to see, and your opinion matters, your life matters. The walk that you're walking right now in life, that matters. It doesn't matter if it aligns with my beliefs. It doesn't matter if it aligns with my life and what I believe in, but it matters that you are born for a purpose. And it matters that your light shines, and it matters that you live a life of freedom, that you express and you are 100% who you are. And that is what my biggest desire, that's what my biggest goal is, because I want people to be everything that they possibly can, like legit live your best life, people. That is what my number one goal is, because that's what I want to do, and that's my desire. And so I'm seeking those things. I'm seeking books. I'm reading books. I'm podcasts. I'm listening to sermons, listening to speakers, because I want to live the best life that I possibly can. And that's what I want for you. And that's what my number one goal is for this channel, is for us to just live in freedom and do life together. And instead of being against each other, instead of judging people and looking at other people, or looking at people and saying, man, I wish that that's what I had. No, like, you have that same ability inside of you, and that's what I want you to see. And I want to see it for myself too. A lot of times I have to remind myself, like, wait, I'm looking at that person over there and I can see that they live like this perfect life, but you know what? I have that same ability inside of me. Like, God gave me these gifts and God gave me these talents, and this is what He wants me to do with them. And so I'm going to let it shine, you know? I'm going to go and do what the Holy Spirit asks me to do. And for those of you that don't believe in Christ, if you're watching, you go and do what your gut or your conscience is telling you to do, because it's there for a reason. That little voice, a lot of times we get lost in that white noise, and that white noise is like our default mode. Okay, so we see things on a page, like say you're scrolling through Instagram, just because this is the easiest example I can think of, but say you're scrolling through Instagram and you're like, man, that girl, she's so pretty, or man, that girl, she's so successful, or man, look at him, look at how successful he is, look at his family, look at his beautiful wife, or, you know, I could never be that way. Like, that takes a lot of guts. I don't have what it takes to do that. Yes, you do. That thing that's inside of you that's saying that you don't have that, or like it's unattainable for you to get, that is the white noise that we need to get rid of. And that's the white noise that I want to get rid of inside of myself too. And so I feel like by doing this channel, if it's not just me, there's so many people watching, we could all support each other and we could do this together, so that not only that, but our world is a better place to live in. Because I don't know if you notice, but right now, if you look around Everybody's so worried about how many likes they get on Instagram. Everybody's so worried about how many people have viewed their Facebook story, how many people have viewed their Instagram story. And like, let's just put things up there and not even worry about how many people have viewed it. What about like just if it touches one person, or if it helps one person, and if it doesn't even help that person, but it helps yourself, then do it. Like, I just want to urge you to do it. We have so many amazing opportunities in this life and that we don't take advantage of. And it's so, so important that we do take advantage of it. Because I don't want us to be on default mode. I don't want to be on default mode. And I'm tired of living on default mode. Like, I refuse to do that anymore. So I guess I'll challenge you guys that throughout this week, just take those little things that are coming, like those thoughts are coming to your mind of, man, I should step out of my comfort zone and I should do this. Just like the other day, I told my husband, I got invited to this thing and I really don't feel like going. But I know that it's good for me to go. Like, I know that I need to do this. I need to step out of my comfort zone and I need to go. And you know what? I went and I had a great time. And I'm sure that's where I was supposed to be at that very moment. You know, but we can't continue to do the same thing in our default mode, like wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, come home, feed the kids, take a shower, get the kids to bed, go to sleep, and repeat. Like, I'm tired of living that life, you know? I want to live a life that impacts people. And I know that I'm not the only one. I know that so many people out there want to live a life that impacts this world and impacts the people around them. And so that's what this is about. That is what my heart is for this channel, to empower people to come together as a community, to do life together, because that's so important. When you have people encouraging you and pushing you and pushing you to grow and learn and to step outside of the comfort zone, you're going to do those things. But if you're the strongest person in every single group of people that you hang out with, you're not going to get anywhere. So now that you guys have heard my heart and a little bit about who I am, I hope to be back next week. I will be back next week with a new video. And I just have so many ideas in my mind. It's hard to like, okay, let's focus and do one thing at a time. You know, I'm sure some of you guys can relate. I just want to invite you guys, like, let's do this together. Let's live life together. Let's not live in default mode. And let's just be real while we're doing it. Because let me tell you something, anytime you try something new, and I struggle with this so much because I'm a perfectionist, hence part of the reason why I had an eating disorder, but you're gonna fail. You are going to fail. You are gonna be told no. And that's okay. That's one thing that I had to like majorly get over, and I still have to get over, is that I'm gonna fail. I have failed. I've been told no. But the thing that separates people from living an ordinary life to an extraordinary life is you keep going and you keep trying to find different avenues in life to get that success or to do whatever it is that you feel you've been called to do. Because if you've been called to do it, let me tell you something, you are going to do it. And that's what I want for you. I don't want you to give up. I don't want to give up on myself. And so this is an invitation, guys. Like, please come and do life with me. Please come and let's do life together so that we can all be successful. We can all stop this default mode in our lives and live a life of abundance and joy, of freedom, of not being in a judgmental place or not being worried about what others will think or see or say about us, or not worried about the numbers of likes, the numbers of views. Like, let's just do this together and encourage each other. Live in a community of freedom. So, thank you guys so much for listening to my rambling. I hope you guys have an awesome week. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys next time.